Hello and welcome to the Whodunitville review of Queens of Mystery, the comedy drama murder mystery television series from Acorn TV. Or more specifically, I'll be reviewing the first episode of the series entitled Murder in the Dark, First Chapter. You'll soon notice how this series differs from many other murder mystery fare in that it doesn't take itself too seriously. It most assuredly sits comfortably in the cozy side of the genre, but also dances along the boundary of being whimsical at times. It includes elements such as an omniscient narrator who gives insight into the character's emotional thoughts, and even the character of Chief Inspector Thorne himself confesses to the audience from time to time what he'd really want to say in certain situations instead of what he is stereotypically expected to say. Throughout the 45-minute episode, you can see how the writer and creator Julian Unthank, who had previously written for shows like The Bill, New Tricks, and Doc Martin, tried to set this series apart from others in the genre. Julian Unthank probably described the show the best in an interview he gave the website Nerds the Geek in 2022. In it, he says that he's a huge fan of the French film Amélie and the series Pushing Daisies, so both had a heavy influence on the series. Also in the interview, Unthank says that he wanted to write a series that would have the three lead characters be women over 50, so that the actresses could showcase their talent in roles other than mothers or grandmothers. As the episode begins, we are introduced to the 3-year-old version of our main character, Detective Sergeant Matilda Stone, through a flashback. The narrator, voiced by Juliet Stevenson, recounts how it was at this age when Matilda's mother Eleanor went missing, leaving Matilda in the care of her 3 aunts, Kat Stone, played by Julie Graham, Jane Stone, played by Siobhan Redmond, and Beth Stone, played by Sarah Woodward, all of whom shared a fascination with crime fiction, which would eventually lead all 3 to become crime fiction authors. Meanwhile, Matilda's enthusiasm for the genre would lead her to join the police force. The story unfolds further, and we now see a grown Matilda, played by Olivia Vinyl, returning to her childhood hometown of Wildmarsh to become its new detective sergeant, and to hopefully uncover more information about her mother's disappearance. The only clues she has are a haiku written seemingly by her mother on Matilda's childhood blackboard, a Bulgarian cigarette found in the ashtray of her mother's car, and a solitary black feather found in her mother's safety deposit box. As Matilda is introduced to the series regulars Police Constable Terry Foster, played by Michael Elcock, and Inspector Derek Thorne, played by Martin Treneman, her aunts are busy at Wildmarsh's annual Crime Writers Festival, where Beth Stone's book has been nominated along with others to win the prestigious Golden Pickaxe Award. It's here that we're introduced to our suspects for the forthcoming murder of Oscar Prescott, author of a series of books about a character named Charlie Palmer, seemingly a parody of the Ipcress file Harry Palmer. The suspects are Lady Hiddledine, owner of the castle where the festival is taking place, Isabella Wolfe, another crime author, Benjamin Kingston, an author who shared rooms with Prescott at Cambridge, Prescott's current agent Guy Ashton, Prescott's personal assistant Emily Rose, publisher Maximilian Sinclair, and literary agent Tobias Young, who desperately wants to steal Prescott away from Guy Ashton. Beth Stone is also a suspect, as she, along with all the others, was in the vicinity of Oscar Prescott as he stood on stage to accept the Golden Pickaxe Award, and presumably was about to read the ending of his latest, still unpublished novel. But before he could, the lights went out for less than a minute, and Prescott was killed by a blow to the head with the award. Matilda's investigation begins, and we're introduced to the recurring character of Dr. Daniel Lynch, the local GP and resident pathologist who Matilda becomes infatuated with, and who later on in the episode is the one who discovers that the last 5 pages of Prescott's manuscript, the pages revealing who the book's murderer is, are missing. It doesn't take long for the 2 Stone sisters, Jane and Kat, to begin their own investigation as Jane follows up a smoky-smelling suspicion about publisher Maximilian Sinclair, and Kat Stone trails Isabella Wolfe to a gravestone marked for a young woman named Sadie Hansen. All while third sister, Beth, has seemingly disappeared after having lied to Matilda about having never met Prescott before the award ceremony, when in fact she was seen arguing with him the morning before. The episode ends with the missing pages being tacked to the castle's bulletin board, Agent Guy Aston being told that Prescott signed a contract with Tobias Young, much to Aston's dismay, and said literary agent Tobias Young being crushed by a falling set of bookcases in the library. This was a very good first episode. The world building was especially good for the fictitious villages of Wildmarsh, with the many specific details the viewer needed to know being woven into the story with a humorous delicacy that otherwise might have seemed heavy-handed. The main characters are all unique, and the distinct length of tropes in the story is refreshing. I'll give The Queens of Mystery, Murder in the Dark first chapter 4 hooting owls. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to get more Whodunitville videos about the mystery/crime fiction genre.